Sitting on the park bench, eyeing little girls with bad intent. Hey, Aqualung, drying in the cold sun, watching as the pretty Peggy.
Paperboy was a classic 1984 arcade game that was ported to several home consoles. It made its way to the NES in 1988. You're a paperboy who has to make his deliveries to the houses that are subscribed, but either he's late for school and has little time, or he just wants to get the shit over with because he's in a real goddamn hurry. If he misses one of the subscribing houses, he doesn't stop to make sure they get it. He just says, fuck it, I gotta move. Really though, the game wouldn't be much of a game if it didn't auto-scroll. Your objective is to hit the mailboxes or the doorways. If you bypass a subscriber or break one of their windows, they'll cancel their subscription and they'll become a non-customer the next day. If you run out of customers, the game is over and you're forced to give up your aspiring career as a paperboy. You can also get a game over by crashing into shit. You get 4 lives, and smacking into a hazard will immediately cause your bike to crash and you lose a life. If you can get through a 7-day week without losing your job, you beat the game and retire. So yeah, if you lose all your customers or wipe out too much, you quit. But if you get through the week, you retire. Yeah, I'm sure that part-time minimum wage will do wonders for your Social Security and 401k with about 65 years of life ahead of you. Your customers are indicated by the blue houses on the map screen before each level, and the non-customers are red. During the game, though, your customers will be in blue, white, or yellow houses. The non-customers are always red, though, so just simply avoid the red ones, although you do get bonus points for breaking windows of non-customers. I guess the game is trying to teach kids a strange form of advertisement. Don't buy our products and we'll break your fucking windows. This isn't a nice quiet bike ride either. The street is littered with a plethora of hazards. Cars, construction workers, rolling tires, remote control cars, skateboarders, even the fucking Grim Reaper himself. Some of these enemies are weird, like the guy that looks like he's trying to suck his own dick. Look, buddy, what you do behind closed doors is nobody's business but your own, but please don't take this out into the middle of your driveway in broad daylight. Then there's this mean old lady that comes running out of her house, chasing you with a rolling pin. I don't know why she's so pissed off at you. You don't even have to break a window for this to happen. She just chases you. And sometimes she's a freaking customer, so what the hell? She is pretty fast for an old lady, though, I'll give her that. Then there are tornadoes. They may be mini tornadoes, but wouldn't you think that if there were any tornadoes that they'd give the kid a break and let him take the day off? The most annoying enemy in the game is the dog. He'll chase you down, and unless you hit him with your paper or get onto the street, he's likely to catch you. You don't have an unlimited supply of newspapers either. You only have 10, so don't go throwing these papers away like they're candy. You gotta make these shots count. You can pick up a bundle of newspapers on the street, but you don't want to run out and miss a few houses before you find the next one. Now, since these papers are just laying out on the street, I don't know why the people in the neighborhood don't just steal them. Most of them seem like pricks anyway. If you make successful deliveries to every one of your customers, you'll gain a new customer, even if you're down to just one subscriber left. Same holds true for finishing the game. As long as there's one left, you're good. At the end of the street, there's a training course where you'll ride over ramps, past booby-trapped walls while trying to hit stationary targets with your newspapers. It's just a bonus round. You won't lose a life if you crash, but you do get bonus points for completing it. There's a 2-player mode, but all it is 2 players alternating, so nothing really in-depth about that. The music in this game sucks. It's just one song the whole time, and whoever wrote it never heard of percussion. Oh, I stand corrected, there's 2 songs. The training course has a tune too, but it really just sounds like another part of the same song you hear over and over again. The controls are okay as far as biking goes. You can speed up or slow down with the D-pad and everything's responsive enough, but it might take you some time to get used to the aiming thanks to the camera angle you're given. And some of the spots in the later levels where there's a ton of enemies at once almost certainly require you to fail miserably before you figure out the trick to get by. And the lack of space, thanks to the houses taking up half the screen, doesn't help the cause. The challenge is there, but there's really no variety. It's the same street 7 times in a row with the same enemies. They just arrange the enemy placements to make it more difficult to get by each time, and that doesn't help the replay value at all either. So in the end, it's a decent enough game. I can't compare it to the arcade version because I don't remember playing it all that much. So I can't really say that this is a letdown from the arcade version, but this particular version of Paperboy is pretty mediocre. And that wraps up this edition of Aqualung's Game Reviews. See you next time.